we don't judge. This is sick, man. Here's the thing. She'll get around you and be like, oh, I don't do that. We gotta take it slow. This is bad. Look how she's looking. She got braces on. Look like she. Girl, come on, man.
Like, ain't the worst with so. I had to worse with the same.
Wait.
Check this out. You got a girl, you got a dog, you think decent or average shit.
You still got this bread, Jack. You be spawning out of nowhere. This is why we have to do this kind of they have. Your mindset is trying to create like women are people way by work. You don't be able to be like that. They're on television. Oh, we actually need to make that. We should give you a money. Why you ain't cash after the every week? Why you ain't sitting there to get my nails done? Why you ain't doing this? Why you like this is why they have to kind of you got who becomes like this people in this art. So when we be women, you like they want you to get the oil on the first day asking you for money.
You got a girl, you got a dog, and you think you should be decent or average shit. You should have big shit. All you gotta do is look good to you. Yeah, that's how the start.
No thanks to that today. They should go to war, get their lymph blown off this trench foot.
Man you date is a reflection of you. There's nothing wrong with being co-dater.
The joy must be to have a person as a friend. I can't imagine.
What is up with all of the pretty, the most gorgeous women? Like stunning body, proper face, card on. What is it? What is it? I really get so confused when I
Now I want to introduce you to someone very special in my life.
Is it your car?
How'd you know? Anyway, no one drives this car but me. And now, you.
And he complimented me on my natural beauty.
Oh no, how utterly awful.
He was like, I wish other girls could be like you and not wear so much makeup. You're so naturally beautiful. I was like, okay, first of all,
Hey, nice ride, Emilio. What's the cargo?
No cargo. Your job is to raise hell and make the police think you're me and get to the drop on time. Think you can do all that?
I don't know about the other stuff, but I can definitely raise you some hell.
I have a few errands to run. You just need to buy me a little time.
That's what those types of women tell themselves so they can justify their own poor behavior.
All right.
women that are too nice and predictable, don't give them enough to worry about. So I heard about this case that put answered all of these unrealistic demands that many women have brought to her. And the reason why she quit was because there was no way she could make any of these women happy. Now, mind you, I have said this in the past. There is no way you could demand
Going in.
so many things from a man.
Oh no, not today.
Demanding for yourself. You do understand that the reflection of who you are, the reflection of who you are, is what you are going to attract. You get that, right? No? Let me break it down to you. You should not be asking from any man, as a woman, all of these things that you don't have yourself.
Ladies, this is about you. Actually might be doing something else.
Why are men expected to act like a husband to boyfriend stage, but you don't feel as though you need to act like a wife and girlfriend stage because nobody else is doing it? If you never get to make love to being a wife, why would you like to make one?
So while I'm pretending to be you, what are you doing?
I told you, I'm running errands.
Still don't trust me.
Hey, you're driving my fucking car. I don't even let my mother behind that wheel.
Oh, that's nice. I won't let you down. Light work. Here we are. Do or die.
Give them all you got.
Suppressing suspect! Jesus Christ! Winder! Empty clip! What's that mean?
GG.
Lagging. Suspect is resisting!
I am not the one to fuck with.
Need to reload.
Oh, now I'm pissed!
Suppressing suspect! Hit the deck!
You won't survive this.
Very broad sense. In this generation, it's all about me. I. When did everybody find that a relationship? When did that mean?
What the fuck is wrong with you?
The building. And everybody, me. What does he do for me? I think I didn't find something yet because all of the expectations would be.
Job's done, Emilio.
Perfecto. I knew I could trust you.
So what's next?
I have to leave town for a while, but I'll be back.
All right. Don't be a stranger now.
Unless you're attractive. What's your 7, 8, 9, or 10? If you're 10, you're probably not. I don't want none of that.
This is sad. Somebody said this thing is going viral, and Captain said she didn't like her nails, so she did a post on this in Walmart, Hampton, Virginia. And this security guy, I guess he works at Walmart, he's standing his ground, but some black women, they're starting to get out of hand. They've been getting out of hand, but they're getting worse and worse. Check this out.
You didn't like her nails, so she didn't pay Walmart Hampton fee.
She just spit in that man's face. Sir, why you still standing there, dude?
Pay Walmart Hampton fee.
We have a lot of them. You're afraid there's a lot of them that have like that. They go undiagnosed. Here's the crazy thing. shit, man. I don't know how much they paying you, bro, but come on.
Probably likes it.
Again? What did they pay you? No way they still watch this shit, man. I ain't nuts. Public? Oh, what? Man, I don't know. That's the part to.
She did not like her nails, so she did not pay Walmart FBA part two.
Damn, they slapped that thing. Cap off the thing. Wow. And here's the crazy thing. A lot of black people, they talk about three-part protection. I'm not against protection. I'm about. This man looks like he needs protection. Oh, my.
A Walmart FBA part two.
This is somebody's baby mama. She got some kids somewhere. I feel bad for her. She's about to kick him in his. Oh. What? There are individuals out here like this, man. Out here. Now that he has had multiple years back, these good toxic hallucinations, now she wants a good guy that stays. She hit the wall. Like, it's always like this. And it's not just black people. When you win it, operate like that, man. They want the dude with the fast money. They don't got no savings, no 401k, don't got no 9 to 5. They're entrepreneurs, right? And after they get knocked up, after they done chasing them, they're like, okay, I want my more mature hair. Mature hair means she's in the wall, past her time, 35. She got a lot of baggage. Now she wants some sucker. Some nice guy to settle down. This is sick. They just don't have it. Seeing this crap.
Hey, Julian, you up for a round?
Nah, this ain't my scene. We here on business.
Family oriented. I have a son, so I don't want a hood figure. So I went from more of my YG type to my Michael B. Jordan type.
Today, we moving golf balls. Your drop's behind the Twin Coyote over in Cranston.
Golf balls aren't exactly contraband.
It's what's inside that counts, my friend.
Second to do this 3-4 years. No, it's been 3-4 weeks.
Days.
This chick is not going out getting banged up. He's a hood, but y'all know what I'm talking about. 2 years.
The supplier's a caddy here at Woodbush. A real genius with a chemistry set, if you know what I mean. Each ball's filled with a magic cocktail that's gonna make us rich.
Yeah, somebody said, hey, you know what? You got to get diabetes, man. Your health is bad, everything like that. You got. ability, you got your own plays, you got your own career, but they know they need that good bad boy. They still crave that guy.
It's hard, but go back to my type. So yeah, so
Oh, wait, you go.
I love 15-year-old, so someone that's been warranted that I can bring in a pretty good figure. Well, it's not. Yeah.
Some reason, believe it. It's still in there. It's all on there. It don't seem so sincere. It seems like it's still in there. Go with the rules, sprinkle.
You guys, I'm just trying to get home. Not want a girlfriend. I don't need a girl. I'm just trying to get home from work. Please.
I can't even get a text back. Rejected.
Shit, not even shooting.
I find it strange. Now, this guy who's been going around asking social, they got a boyfriend. Not all these chicks on social media everywhere, they struggle with their boyfriend. They go to these singles events. They're proud about not being committed, about this, this. Somehow all y'all have a boyfriend. These are the total boyfriend. I'm not I'm not really into these talk. That's the like the talk mechanism. And we feel like we are not boyfriend. A lot of women, they just say that just because. They like to be attracted to it. They like, I don't know.
Fuck is his asshole?
These women don't got no boyfriends. You think that bitches,
Can't shoot him, can't get out the fucking car.
Down and out.
You know, more black people are starting to speak up for the community. And not only us, but we tired. See, what a lot of people don't understand is that there's a huge difference between regular black folk and ninjas. Let me break it down for you. Ninjas want to stay in their horrible environments. They have no self-respect and no self-control. They go around unaliving, essaying, stealing, robbing. They don't take care of their neighborhoods, and they definitely don't take care of themselves. They don't care about their appearance. They outside, loud and obnoxious. Bonnets and mink lashes, extremely long fingernails, sagging pants, smelling like an overwhelming odor of marijuana. And of course they admit them. They still complain about something that happened 400 years ago, way before their time. Way before their parents' time. Way before their great-grandparents' time. Way before their great-great-great-grandparents' time. Need I go on?
We gotta move. Those twin coyote big shots ain't gonna wait.
Pride in our community. We are hardworking and
I got Santo Eliso's finest on me.
That's no problem for my #1 driver.
our demeanor and our appearance speak volumes.
I'm at the drop. Things are a little out of hand here.
Button that shit up.
Most of all, we respect one another. We are not.
I have no choice here.
So yes, black fatigue is really real.
All right, we're good.
Oh, we're not just good. We're astounding. Come back when you're ready for more.
Decision that stood to cost Trump over $500 million, one appeals judge calling the lower court's penalty an excessive fine that violates the 8th Amendment of the United States Constitution.
Well, what do you know? The Letitia James case, President Trump has just officially gone down in flames. And that same Letitia James smiled from ear to ear, making Trump's life a living hell in the New York court, has been totally and completely
so we got some breaking news here. Let's start our victory celebration here by taking a little stroll through memory lane, shall we? Here is the ultra
It's mine now.
Attorney General of the New York Attorney General, just a few short years ago, promising the clapping seal
The hell is a
civil
recycler?
that she would take Trump down.
And that is why I owe the economy. When I walked into that courtroom on October 2nd, well, my role is simple. I will come back before you soon with a check for $250 million. And to let you know that he is no longer allowed to do business in the state of New York. Yeah, we got a special charge to show up and stand up for one another.
So that was Letitia James bragging that she was going to bring back a big check from Trump for hundreds of millions of dollars and ban him from ever doing business again in the state of New York. Well, she yeah, just like zero. The New York Appeals Court just delivered a nuclear-level blow to Letitia James and American politics. But ironically, that's not even the big one. The appellate court has just thrown out her entire $527 million fraud penalty against Trump. It is over. This ridiculous
Good
claim
eye.
is nothing more than a political vendetta by New York Democrats has crashed and burned. Here's what just happened. A 5-judge panel of New York's appellate division unanimously declared Letitia James' massive penalty against Trump an excessive fine that violates the 8th Amendment. Note that again, unanimously. Even New York judges, liberal judges, couldn't stomach James's lawfare abuse. But here's the beautiful irony of all this. The very week, federal investigators are building criminal cases against James for mortgage fraud, civil rights violations, and document alteration. The hunter is now officially the hunted. And now there are calls for her own resignation. Again, you cannot make this stuff up. While James was persecuting Trump for supposedly inflating property values, she allegedly was doing the exact same thing on a massive scale. Here's the evidence that looks like it's about in 2023, James bought a Norfolk, Virginia property and falsely declared it her primary residence. Falsely required by New York law as their attorney general lives in New York. However, as it turns out, by declaring this Virginia home to be her primary residence, what do you know? She ends up getting a mortgage rate. Then she faces scrutiny over repeatedly lying over the last 20 years about her Brooklyn property that she has. She is consistently misrepresented, again, allegedly, 5-family Brooklyn property having 4 units for the last 2 decades, again, qualifying.
Hey, Diamond, what are we doing here?
Another job for Nikki Sharp. Clock's ticking, so we better hustle.
Let's get to it.
Commercial property. So this allowed her to get, conforming loans with better interest rates reserved for smaller properties. And then, as if things could not get more
The railroad tracks can lead you most of the way, but the scanner's picking up a lot of chatter, so be careful. If things get too hot on the tracks, look for the creek up ahead. Water's low enough. You can follow it to the drop.
No, this wasn't Ilhan Omar. This was Letitia James and her father claiming to be husband and wife to secure better lending opportunities. So all of this...
Jesus, the cops are everywhere.
Think you got a snitch?
Not my people. If there's a rat, it's in Sharp's crew. I'll look into it.
3 separate federal investigations are now, as we speak, targeting Letitia James. And Trump's DOJ, ironically,
So what happened to your last driver?
He wrecked out in the Badlands. The cops got him and the cargo. And now I'm in debt to Nikki Sharp. Nikki might give you a second chance, but never a third.
Got company at the drop. I'll take care of it.
I'm counting on you.
Light work. You made a mistake.
Just for the hell of it.
Package delivered, safe and sound.
You're a lifesaver. Come see me when you're ready for another run.
$105?
Small business owner or retiree, this is your chance to get into the crypto market with AI mitigating your volatility risks. What are you waiting for? Click on that link below right now or visit earlytalkscrypto.com and find out how they can help you join the Trump financial revolution that's finally giving forgotten Americans access to the greatest...
What's the job, more antiquities?
That's right. After this, my debt to Nikki Sharp's paid in full.
Nice. How you gonna celebrate?
I don't know. By not getting murdered?
November. This isn't just about Letitia James. This is about revolutionizing prosecutorial accountability.
The drop's in a ghost town west of here. That bike's fast, but not much good for rough housing. Avoid full contact if you can.
Where's the package?
Stashed in the bike frame. It's small, but super valuable.
The terrain's pretty rough. It's hard to see what's coming at me.
Just be careful. Use the highway if you can.
Use the highway.
Hey, you were right about that snitch.
Oh, yeah?
Behind a man, which is the definition of a banana republic, which is, of course, what Democrats have turned their blue states into. But now, these investigations, these subpoenas, they're all sending a very...
The drop's in a ghost town west of here. That bike's fast, but not much good for rough housing. Avoid full contact if you can.
Where's the package?
Stashed in the bike frame. It's small, but super valuable.
The terrain's pretty rough. It's hard to see what's coming at me.
Just be careful. Use the highway if you can. Hey, you were right about that snitch.
Oh, yeah?
One of Sharp's crew turned informant. Told the police all about our drops.
With all these cops out here, I'd say he's still talking.
Nikki said he'd take care of it.
fucking
But this
bullshit.
is more about the entire Democrat lawfare infrastructure imploding right before our very eyes. Jack Smith, too, is under investigation as we speak.
The drop's in a ghost town west of here. That bike's fast, but not much good for roughhousing. Avoid full contact if you can.
Where's the package?
Stashed in the bike frame. It's small, but super valuable.
The terrain's pretty rough. It's hard to see what's coming at me.
Just be careful. Use the highway if you can. Hey, you were right about that snitch.
Oh, yeah?
One of Sharp's crew turned informant. Told the police all about our drops.
With all these cops out here, I'd say he's still talking.
Nicky said he'd take care of it.
I do want to bring in Harrison Fields, Special Assistant and Deputy Press Secretary at the White House. Thank you so much for taking the time to join us here today. Thank you for having me. Of course. And first off, I do want to ask you, because again, this information here is just coming in from President Trump a few moments ago. What can you tell us about exactly what his plan is and what the goal of all of this quiet breakdown is?
Done. You are free and clear.
Unfucking believable.
So what are you gonna do now?
Well, I know a guy who's got some product to move, but I might just lay low for a while. Thanks for helping me out.
Extremely grateful to them. Look at the numbers. It has been 1 week of zero homicides. You're also seeing large decrease in hijackings, robberies, burglaries, and assaults, and other violent crimes. The president is giving the police the latitude to do their job, and the streets of D.C. are safer because of it. And I did want to ask, when you have folks on the other side of the aisle who are saying that this is not a good idea, they're protesting against it, you have some of the folks there in D.C. doing the same, what do you say to them? A lot of these people don't live in the high crime areas of Washington, D.C., and they have the luxury of protesting common sense. What you have is liberals protesting law enforcement. This is the same party that wanted to defund the police, or as I like to say, reimagine policing. But what it actually does, it puts at-risk people in harm's way. You see Washington, D.C. in Wards 7 and 8, crime is out of control. People deserve to feel safe in their neighborhoods. And if you have the luxury of living in a low-crime neighborhood, you should not be protesting us keeping people in high-crime neighborhoods safe. It's actually a disservice to their fellow Americans, and it goes to show you their massive privilege that they can protest such a thing when the people living in these neighborhoods are welcoming the additional police presence there. Harrison, I do want to talk about another story that's been making headlines nationwide right here. A lot of people
man, Harjinder Singh, will be transported to Florida from California, where he was arrested. We actually have this live image just coming in. That is the plane that he is believed to be on here, and you can see they are going to take off. He's going to be extradited. But want to get your take overall and the White House take on this entire situation.
Well, this actually hits very close to home. We have a home, my family, in Port St. Lucie. This is just miles away from my mother and grandfather where they live. We travel on the Florida Turnpike often. This hits extremely close to home. And what it speaks to is a greater problem that unfortunately has a political lens to it, is that you have failed Democratic leadership in the state of California that allowed this man to get a CDL license in which he was able to drive on Florida's highways and do something unthinkable, take a U-turn, unauthorized U-turn, in the middle of a busy highway, taking the lives of 3 Floridians. It's absolutely insane.
Look at
that
here.
this was able to happen. It speaks to a lot of larger issues. The immigration crisis that we witnessed for the last 4 years that the American people overwhelmingly voted against in favor
Just what I
of President
want.
Trump's Make America Safe Again agenda. But you're also seeing the incompetence in giving someone who is not supposed to be
I
in
can
this
put this to
country,
good
who
use.
doesn't even speak the language, an ability to get behind such a devastating vehicle, potentially, and which we saw cause massive damage and the loss of life. So the president is extremely troubled by the situation. We thank the Florida governor. We thank the senators of the state, Ashley Moody and Rick Scott, for their leadership and teaming up with this administration to make sure nothing like this happens again. And let me tell you, the Trump administration, through the Department of Transportation and other agencies, are making sure that English is a necessity when getting behind one of these big vehicles, but also that we never allow this amount of illegal immigration to happen, and we're seeing massive success at the border with zero entries into this country. The American people voted for this, and President Trump is delivering.
Now, last question for you here. We've obviously seen that video that was posted. We showed you a short time ago by the White House, and that kind of raised awareness of this case in general. It's not clear if it would have made national attention. So is the White House looking to use this case as an example of what the White House and President Trump are looking to do when it comes to immigration?
Well, the families of those that were lost deserve justice. They deserve attention to this massive issue that the president is committed to ending. But the unfortunate reality is we've had many stories like this. Look at Rachel Moore in Maryland. Look at Laken Riley in Georgia. Look at the countless other victims of illegal immigrants, violent crime, but also the scourge of fentanyl, which obviously came through the southern border. So there's countless stories that are extremely devastating. Many people in Florida have been impacted by illegal immigration in many ways. Florida is not a sanctuary state. We have Republican leadership in my home state, which is protecting the American people. When you have states like Gavin Newsom's California, we don't want Florida to become California, which is why the American people and Floridians have largely rejected liberalism. But unfortunately, the policies of California really cause a devastating reality on Florida's highways. And we hope that this never happens again. And this is why the president has dedicated so many resources to deport people who are not supposed to be here.
All right, Harrison Fields, thank you so much for taking the time to join us here. Anything that you want to add about any of this before I let you go?
We have a crime problem in this country. The president has addressed it, and I've always said the president doesn't need to do any of this. He's the most protected man in the world. But he's looking out for the American people, the law-abiding citizens who are under siege in American cities. We, the American people, deserve to feel safe. And when you have the Democratic Party and some of the media telling them, well, the data says you should feel safe, but the American people say we don't feel it, we don't see it. The president is here to answer their call. He is looking out for the forgotten men and women of America, keeping them safe, making this economy great again, making our streets safe again. And this president is committed to fulfilling the mandate that nearly 80 million Americans voted for, and he's doing so at record speed and with massive success.
All right, here's the special assistant to President Trump, principal deputy press secretary there at the White House. Obviously a lot going on. Thank you so much for taking the time to join us here. We appreciate it.
Of course. Take care.
Damn, what are we doing here?
Oh, just you wait. This job's gonna put us over the top. And remember how you said you needed a faster ride?
Yeah.
Well, check this out.
Nice, an attrazione.
With an off-road kit, the perfect marriage of Italian elegance and rugged American know-how.
It's not exactly instant delivery, but it'll get me there faster.
You can always make up time with a few good jumps.
Well, guys, we have a great case.
Jumps.
Now I'm talking about a monster. Yes, he found out. He was actually brought to the ground. He found out it is over.
Go ahead. Ask me about the shipment.
Okay, what's the shipment?
Baseball trading cards.
What?
Fucking game changer. Biggest untapped black market in the county.
I put my ass on the line for some cheap-ass cardboard?
That cardboard's worth $6 million to the right buyer.
God damn.
I'm telling you, we're playing in the big leagues now.
Shit, got police on me.
You driving in a Trazione. The cops don't stand a chance.
Don't move, asshole.
This is bad look for Democrats. Democrats already have big problems with this. They've already lost over 2 million votes nationwide. And the GOP is winning. Democrats are big trouble.
We get this in the bag, nothing's out of reach for us. I mean, where do we even go from here? Global logistics? Deep ocean extraction? Out of fucking space?
Fuck me.
And get into this. Right over here, guys, Daily Mail. A legal alien who anguished liberals.
Nice, an attrazione.
With an off-road kit, the perfect marriage of Italian elegance and rugged American know-how.
It's not exactly instant delivery, but it'll get me there faster.
You can always make up time with a few good jumps.
I just want to be with my family, as he was arrested by immigration officers, was once
Go ahead. Ask me about the shipment.
Okay, what's the shipment?
Baseball trading cards.
What?
Fucking game changer. Biggest untapped black market in the county.
I put my ass on the line for some cheap-ass cardboard?
That cardboard's worth $6 million to the right buyer.
God damn.
I'm telling you, we're playing in the big leagues now.
Shit, got police on me.
You driving in a Trazione. The cops don't stand a chance.
He tried to flee, but was almost instantly surrounded by a Homeland Security agent, according to viral video of the incident captured by NBC4 reporter Amy Cho. This is what he actually says right here in Spanish. He says, quote, "Sir, I don't have anything, please. I don't owe anything. I'm working. I want to be with my family." Perez Teofani continued to plead with police. Quote, "I'm coming from work. Please, I'm not a criminal. You're hurting me." You know what, folks? I don't give a shit.
No, I don't either.
I really don't. I don't give a shit.
Oh, that was him?
Liberals were outraged by the takedown and suggested it was unjust. The one saying he cries.
We get this in the bag, nothing's out of reach for us. I mean, where do we even go from here? Global logistics? Deep ocean extraction? Out of fucking space? I got some serious thinking to do.
You should go on a retreat, you know, for strategy.
Yeah, I like the sound of that. I'll go someplace tropical.
Look at this picture. Look at this picture right here. Yeah, he ain't talking so tough now. The man is on the ground screaming. Screaming. This is what he's going for. This is what
Stop!
he's going for. Get these decades of criminal manipulations out of here. Let's go ahead and look at this video, folks, because this is the takedown. This is epic. Right? Epic.
That shit don't rock. There's resistance near the drop.
That's all you. Ah!
Move up. So you see Homeland Security, then
That was dumb.
Incoming! Down and out.
oh, don't say please.
Made the drop with time to spare.
I expect nothing less from my top driver.
So what's next?
I'ma follow your advice. Sit on the beach, plan the future.
Guess I'll see you when I see you.
No. He says he's not a criminal. Yeah, you are. No. No. No familia for you.
Damn, swing, dude.
Look what I found.
What's shooting at me?
This is what we voted for, man. This is what we voted for. And this guy is on the ground crying like a baby.
I'm a beast.
Yeah. Look at this here. Assistant Homeland Security Secretary Tricia Mulroney confirmed Perez Stefani's arrest in a statement to the Daily Mail. Quote, yes, this illegal alien from Mexico was previously arrested on January 2024, arrested in January 2024 in Fairfax County, Virginia, for, we already talked about that. Glad he is off of Washington, D.C. streets, thanks to President Trump, Secretary known as ICE. Yeah.
It's my lucky day.
Is something that's very, very terrifying, folks. NBC Washington journalist
Check this out.
later discovered that Fairfax County in Virginia later dropped the charges against him. What? They dropped the charges? Wow. This is why we get the Democrats ever get control. ICE told her, quote, prosecutors refused to prosecute, but did not elaborate further on the details. DHS claimed Perez Stefani entered the U.S. illegally 3 times and defied a final order of removal after voluntarily returned to Mexico twice previously. NBC4 reports. You know what? Send this dude
I wonder
to
what this belongs to.
Send him to South Sudan and throw away the key. That's what needs to happen. And this guy is a complete monster, man. Look at
Fairfax County records show he was arrested and charged with indecent liberties with a child under the age of 15. Whoa. Aggravated that kind of battery. They dropped the charges, folks. Boy, even people that didn't vote for President Trump should be very happy that he's in office right now. Very happy. Because we're getting these kind of monsters off our streets. He's saying that he's not a criminal. Yes, you are. You are a criminal. You know what Democrats can say? He's not even convicted of anything. Nah, he's a monster. You guys just dropped the charges. Wow. Wow.
I know.
Absolutely astonishing, guys. Absolutely astonishing, folks.
Fucking crazy.
We need more of this, man. Because there's more of these monsters out there. There's definitely more. But that's just my thoughts on this. You guys think of this. Black and White Network
Guess
fans.
not.
Let us know what you think about all this in the comments. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. And we'll catch you next time.
They dropped the fucking charges.
A black couple in China were able to capture in 4K how these old Chinese people were racist towards them. And it's just, watch this clip and we'll come back.
I ain't going all the way the fuck over there.
Undermines the already established narrative. In light of new information, does old information change? Or was the old information impervious to fault? We've all heard the stories about the ancients of the past and how they thought the earth was flat. But now there seems to be almost a universal agreement that the world is a spinning ball flying through space. And the people who do not accept the spinning ball information as truth are labeled lunatics and conspiracy theorists. But in the grand scheme of this debate, who's really the lunatic? The person who lives in the world they observe as stationary, geocentric and non-spinning? Or the person who believes they live on a spinning ball? Now, how do we even get this idea that we were in space spinning on a ball? It wasn't through natural human observation that this idea was born, but rather through a well-propagated agenda that promoted theory over observation. For thousands of years, people looked up at the sun and knew there was some distance between the sun and Earth. And then comes along some NASA government intelligence verified charlatan, and they say, I did the calculations, and we are 93 million miles away from the sun. And then they take that shit, throw on some official badges, And then this art becomes fact. Who else could give you a composite image of Earth and tell you this is a scientific fact? But is it fact or deception? You've seen hundreds to thousands of images of the blue spinning ball, but not one of them is legitimate. They are all manufactured composite images, and yet people accept these images as truth, despite all of their observational evidence to the contrary. Do you know that there was once a time that people thought man had actually landed and stepped on the moon? And this ridiculous video wasn't seen as evidence of a hoax, but rather evidence for the truth. And yet this video is nothing more than evidence that people will believe anything. But this isn't just evidence about the gullibility of people, they would believe anything. This is also evidence that the powers that be have no shame and will routinely use fabrications about scientific achievements to pull the strings of the public. But why are they pulling the strings of the public? The average person would ask. What purpose does it serve them to lie to us? This is a question often based in fear and cognitive dissonance. The average person shudders the idea that they've been lied to their entire lives after placing so much faith in their master's information. Their foundations crumble under that fear, so they cling even tighter, hoping to not get thrown off the spinning ball. They don't realize that the power is in the deception. If they can lie to you about these things, you accept them without question. And the small if they can lie to you about the Earth and landing on the moon, then lying about history is relative child's
I promise I'll bring this back, thank you.
found an Hebrew artifact in Ohio? Fake. Oh, you found Egyptian artifacts in Illinois? Hoax. Why is it that every old world artifact
What's the big idea?
America is a fraud?
Go buy something with better
I
mileage.
mean, damn, niggas is really out here hoaxing shit like
Boston. Nathan Levi Boston. What's your name? Nathan Levi Boston.
But who's the hoaxer and who's the hoaxee?
These wheels are mine.
We have addressed a few of these so-called archaeological hoaxes previously and have thus developed our own nuanced opinions and critiques of these incredible artifacts of evidence. Take the Lost Lunas Decalogue Stone, for example. This artifact perfectly fits into my America is Egypt template, and yet I have no definitive opinion on its authenticity, and therefore do not have to rely on it to prove my assertion that America is the Egypt Holy Land. My argument doesn't hinge on any single unusually placed artifact, because I know that the history is written in the nature, the land, and the people. Now, of course, all of these charlatans label that Lost Lunas Decalogue Stone a hoax or a fraud. Because how could they ever explain the presence of Hebrews in New Mexico over 2,000 years ago? Especially since there's no evidence of Hebrews in Egypt over 2,000 years ago. Even though Egypt and Israel are separated by just a couple hundred miles. Them labeling the stone a hoax is almost enough alone to get me to believe in its authenticity. But playing devil's advocate or the contrarian is develop our own enlightened opinions. An important question is, well, if this artifact is indeed a hoax, who perpetuated the hoax? Who knew how to write Paleo, Hebrew, Phoenician, or Canaanite script before the year 1900? In short, the answer is nobody. And if somebody did perpetuate that hoax, then the entire world of academia is in on the hoax. Because the decipherment of the language is relatively a new thing in relation to the chronology of discovery.
That's right.
This postulation hinges on the fact that someone had discovered, deciphered, and translated the ancient language only to perpetuate an elaborate hoax, rather than sharing that linguistic discovery with the world. It's almost like if Napoleon had gone to Egypt with masons and architects to just build the pyramids for the purposes of perpetuating an elaborate hoax. I know what you're thinking to yourself. UB, that's not an apple-to-apple comparison, or in this case, a stone-to-stone comparison. Okay, so let's replace the pyramids with the Rosetta Stone.
Are you ready for our next job?
This fancy-ass hotel?
It serves a wealthy clientele. You never know whom you might find here.
Your money, your plan. Let's do it.
Even though it was an almost perfect discovery. In addition, Paleo, Hebrew, Canaanite, or Phoenician script was
Come on, let's go!
a century later in the 1920s.
That was intense.
Where's the loot?
Oh, honey, there's no loot. This job was more personal.
What do you mean?
I'll tell you later. Watch for the cops.
Here they come.
Hang on.
I don't play that shit. Another. What happened back there at the hotel?
I shot my husband.
What?
I told you it was personal.
Is he dead?
I don't know. Maybe. That wasn't the point.
What was he doing at the hotel?
A prostitute.
Oh.
I paid her off. She'll be fine. My husband? Not so much.
Divorce might have been easier.
Nothing was ever easy with that man. I let him keep me in that cage long enough. These police are so annoying. These people are in the way.
Cops are out in force.
The police love my husband. He and the city council keep them well funded.
You think he called them?
Maybe. Considering where I shot him, he could still use a phone.
Where'd you shoot him?
Do you really have to ask?
Oh, you think he'll still run for Senate?
He can do whatever he wants, so long as he leaves me out of it. I should have done this a long time ago.
For the record, I came out with Nazi niggas and they were not.
All right.
God, what a relief.
And that was after they had previously
You're going down for that.
on the shores of Acadia.
I feel so much better.
So, what's your plan?
We'll take a left up ahead at Serrano. There's a little detour past the friendly fire. We can lose them there.
No, I mean after that. Where you gonna go?
Someplace they can't find me. An island with lovely beaches and no extradition treaty.
Sounds nice.
You'll have to come visit me sometime. Here we go!
think we lost him. Have fun on your island. What are we doing here?
I can't keep living like this. I gotta dig myself out of this hole.
So you're in debt to the idols.
I'm going in there to settle this. Wait for me in the car.
Hey, your dime, your funeral.
We're going to take a look at the first settlement by the French in the area, which is Port Royal. And we're just going to go to Charlton's web to get this overview on the Port Royal settlement.
Let's go!
Scotia, Canada, and the predecessor of the modern town of Annapolis Royal. It was the first successful attempt by Europeans to establish a permanent settlement in what today is known as Canada. Port Royal was a key step in the development of New France and was the first permanent base of operations for explorer Samuel D. Champlain, who would later found Quebec in 1608, and the farmer Louis A.
Fucking dead if we don't get out of here!
You drive, I shoot.
Samuel de Champlain is another one of these mythological.
So, you get things squared?
I don't know! I just went in and started shooting!
That's what I would have done.
Fuck! Shit! Fuck! They're gonna kill me, aren't they? I fucked up!
What did I say last time about calming the fuck down? Nobody in this car is dying today.
You're right. You're right. We got this. You heard that? We got this. I'm done with those fuckers!
I'm not ready for these hands. Light work.
I'm getting out of this life.
Hey, I'm fucking them idols up.
They deserve what they get.
Stop.
Look, you gotta make a choice here. Either get the fuck out of Dodge or go to war. The idols ain't gonna back down.
What do you mean? I just showed them not to fuck with me.
That's not how the idols think. If they know where to find you, they'll keep coming.
Fuck, you're right. I need a plan. I'm not their puppet anymore.
I'm empty!
They deserve what they get.
I'll have fun with this. GG.
After all I've done for them. Okay, I've made my choice. First, we outrun these guys. Then I take this car and keep driving south. I've got a buddy in Cancun who can help me.
That's a start.
From there, who knows? I can do anything, right? I can be my own boss.
You sound just like my friend Eli.
This is the first day of the rest of my life. I'm free. Finally.
Fucking asshole.
After all I've done for them. I've wasted years on those assholes!
It really even hurts.
I have no choice. It's kill or be killed. Oh, Jesus, here we go! I think we did it.
All right, right here's fine. And enjoy your vacation. You've earned it.
Vaya con Dios!
In the local Micmac until 1610 when another with a small expedition to Port Royal. Local Micmac Catholicism. See, this is the part I really wanted to get to. Hoping to gain financial assistance from the French government. As a result, the Jesuits became financial partners with Poutrincourt, although this caused division within the community. In May 1613, the Jesuits moved on to the Penobscot River Valley. In quote Charlton's Web, they were already cool enough with the local tribes that they left the fort or port in possession of the local tribes. So many of these Jesuits were actually living among the tribes. In these records, we always hear about the Micmac, which is really just the northeastern woodland Algonquin people. Many of those tribes in that area were related in one way or another, or had regular communication and intermarriage between those tribes. But in general, it's always recorded that the Micmac had the closest relationship to the first French colonists. Quote Charlton's Web, the Micmac are an indigenous group of people of the northeastern woodlands, native to the areas of Canada, Atlantic provinces, primarily Nova Scotia, New Brunswick, Prince Edward Island, and Newfoundland, and the Gaspé Peninsula of Quebec, as well as Native Americans in the northeastern region of Maine. The traditional territory of the Micmac is named Mi'kmaq. There are 66,000 approximately Micmac people in the region. According to Canadian 2021 census, over 9,000 people claim to speak Mi'kmaq, an Eastern Algonquin language, once written in Mi'kmaq hieroglyphic writing. It is now written using most letters of the Latin alphabet. Charlton's Web quote, Mi'kmaq hieroglyphic writing was a writing of the Mi'kmaq language. It is received by various Latin scripts which are currently in use. Mi'kmaq are a Canadian First Nation whose homeland, called Mi'kmaqi, overlaps much of the Atlantic provinces, specifically all of Nova Scotia, Prince Edward Island, and parts of New Brunswick, and in Newfoundland and Labrador. These glyphs, or these glyphs are also related, followed a prior pictograph and petroglyph tradition, and are logograms with phonetic elements used alongside, including logographic, alphabetic, and ideographic information, as petroglyphs and pictographs were the writing system of hand talk, a sign language that was the most historically spoken language.
Oh, shit! Sweet. Wow. Jackpot.
Now, this is going to be some charlatan fucker. Okay, this is going to be some charlatan Francois fucker. All right? Here we go. We're going to see how shit is really appropriate, how culture is stolen, how other people take credit for other people's achievements.
That'll do.
From the 17th century, by the writing system.
Bingo.
Pictographic mnemonic device. That's the same thing. In the 17th century, French Jesuit missionary, here we go, Jesuit fuckery. Cretan Leclerc, that's what I want to call him. That's what I'm going to call him. Fucking Cretan Leclerc. In the 17th century, French Jesuit missionary.
Golden garbage truck.
As a logographic system for pedagogical purposes in order to teach Catholic prayers, liturgy, and doctrine to the Micmac. So they're telling you exactly why he formed that writing system. So let's continue.
That's a keeper.
In 1978, Eves Goddard and William Fitzhugh of the Department of Anthropology at the Smithsonian Institution contended that the pre-missionary system was purely mnemonic. They said it could not have been used to write new compositions. You see what happened here? So not only did Cretan Leclerc form Mi'kmaq characters as logographic, as they said, all the words were known to them and they couldn't use these characters or anything else to compose anything new. So what were the glyphs for? Maybe recording histories? Record keeping, perhaps? We are on Charlton's Web, and we know that we like the citations, and it says here that citations are needed. So we don't even know exactly where this source came from. Probably a guy right now at the Smithsonian, like, oh, okay, we got to put this in here before somebody says something. Maybe it was Eves Goddard or William Fitzhugh. By contrast, in a 1995 book, David L. Schmidt and Merdina Marshall published some of the post-missionary prayers, narratives, and liturgies as represented by hieroglyphs, pictographic symbols which the French missionaries had used in the last quarter of the 17th century to teach prayers and hymns. Schmidt and Marshall showed that these hieroglyphs served as a fully functional writing system. A fully functional writing system. They said it was the oldest writing system for a native language in North America and North of Mexico. So what do we have here? We have the Smithsonian saying one thing, and then we have two other people who actually studied the people saying some people really didn't. But you know, indigenous Americans, they didn't have a writing system. You'll always hear indigenous Americans didn't have a writing system. They didn't know how to write.
There you are.
Whenever they find script, whenever they find any kind of script, whether they can decipher it or whether it's ancient or whether it's anything else, whenever they find a system, they can just push it to the side. Oh, Indians didn't write. But the Smithsonian says they could not have used it to write these compositions. Michelle Summerboy indicates that the French missionaries stole our historical narrative with outlandish claims about our written language and cites her grandmother, who stated in her last conversation before she died to make sure to tell them that we've always had our language, seemingly asserting that Leclerc did not invent this script, and it had been used by the people long before him. However, this seems to contradict the fact that after Leclerc's return to France in 1687, the script had to be taught to other groups of Micmac by other missionaries, indicating it was not a script that the indigenous people already knew. See what they do here? They tell you one thing, and they hit you with the caveat at the end. Oh, well, it turns out when we came back in 1687, we went to other people, supposedly Micmac, right? Supposedly the same people. When we did that, we had to reteach new stuff. Did you? Because you just said that you were using their hieroglyphics and pictographic symbols to Catholicize them. So what they really couldn't do is they couldn't read their bullshit Catholic translations from their already existing language. So this is not mere speculation. I just want to jump into this book here. This book is entitled New Relation of Gaspésia with Customs and Religion of the Gaspésian Indians. And I'm going to be quoting from page 21 of this book. Quote from the felonious French Jesuit. We turn now to consider more closely certain matters of special importance and follow the Leclerc's nouvelle relation. First comes the system of written characters or hieroglyphics, which he designed as an aid to the memory of his neophytes in repeating their prayers. He tells us that he first conceived the idea of them in the second year of his mission. That is in 1677. And they were suggested to him when he noticed that certain Indian children made marks with charcoal upon a birthmark, and they counted these off as they repeated each word of the prayers. This use of marks of various kinds as to aid
What the hell is this?
memory was widespread among American Indians and is amply attested by the evidence set forth in technical works by various records in connection with the Algonquin tribes. So they're telling you the children made marks. What were these marks? They sure wasn't script. They didn't use it to communicate, even though they were using it to communicate. Thus, in the relation of the Jesuits for 1642 to 43, it is said of certain Indians at Stillery, when Father began to instruct them, they would count the points and the questions on their fingers. But the number coming to exceed that of the fingers, they would mark them apart, making certain figures which represented for them the sense of some claw. Again, in the relation of 1646, it is said of the Montagnais that some of them wrote after their fashion, small pieces of bark of the trees. Again, Father Joulet's, referring to Abenaki or Wabanaki, wrote in relation of 1651 and 52. Some would write their lessons after a fashion of their own, using a bit of charcoal or a pen, a piece of bark instead of paper. Their characters were used and so peculiar that one cannot recognize or understand the writing of another. That is to say, they used certain signs corresponding to their ideas, as it were, a local reminder for calling points and articles and maxims which they had retained. Stopping here. They're telling you they're writing. They are trying to vaguely communicate the fact that these people are actually writing. And they convey ideas through script. And they convey ideas through what? Pictographic script, which are really what? They're saying all this to say they're using hieroglyphics. And they've been using hieroglyphics. And they understand hieroglyphics. They carry these papers away with them to study their lessons. What lessons? The lessons that were being imposed upon them by the French. Their new Catholic lessons. They carry away these papers with them to study their
You up for a casino heist?
Sure, but the front door is awfully small for a helicopter.
Fortunately for us, the money's on the outside, stacked in a container. It's a clear grab, but you gotta be quick.
Deal me in.
And Bressani, in the relation of 1653, speaking of the Indians of New France in general, says, fourthly, a very tenacious memory.
Which casino are we hitting?
All of them. 4 targets. Dealer's choice.
I'm approaching Aces High. I've got the cash. I'm heading back.
Steady as she goes.
Don't spend it all in one place. So, how'd you pull this off anyway?
I got friends on the inside.
Just hit pay dirt.
Not far now.
While the same Indians could use different ones at different times. No doubt, however, the signs were fundamentally of the picture-writing type. Picture-writing type. We don't even have a word for hieroglyphics at the time, okay?
We're all gonna be rich.
They don't want to say that. Now, why don't they want to say that? It was only later scholars to ascribe hieroglyphics to their writing. And God knows nobody could read hieroglyphics at the time. Hell, Egypt, as we know it, didn't even exist. Even though it's supposed to be 10,000 years old. No doubt, however, the signs were fundamentally of the picture-writing type. They were fundamentally hieroglyphics, nigga. That is, they were more or less conventional picture.
How we doing on time?
We gotta hurry. It won't take them long to figure out something's up.
It is possible that the Indians had some of which were understood by all. Stop here. Because we know that in the caveat on Wikipedia...
Poseidon is on the hook.
Bring it on in. We're ready for you.
Be sure you count it twice. I'm making my approach.
In brief, we may say that he found his Indians capable of remembering tenaciously any association of word, fact, or civilized data.
It's a full house at the Lancelot.
He found the more or less acceptably use of series of such things to aid in recalling the sequence of facts or ideas. And perhaps he found it provided with some generally understood picture symbols for the commonest objects, though these must have been extremely few. No doubt the author, in developing his system, made use of all existing symbols, and in other respects, utilized everything already available in his collection. But the words and ideas involved in the prayer that he desired to teach were so many and so unfamiliar, they must
Make it quick. We don't want to leave any money on the table now.
let's try to create some hieroglyphs. We're going to tell you what they mean in our language, and we'll try to translate them and create new hieroglyphics. He tells us that he
It's all there, I promise.
characters by which that he invented them. Incredible. Each arbitrary word, sometimes to the as a formulary to aid the memory through the use of certain characters. But unfortunately, although he speaks often of the instructive papers on which they were written, and of their extensive use by the Indians, he nowhere gives any further description of the characters themselves. No proof that he did anything. No actual proof. That's what he's saying. No actual fucking proof. Much less any example. He nowhere gives any further description of the characters themselves, much less any example. He made, however, a great many, for he says he augmented their number to enable him to teach not only the prayers of the church, but the secret mysteries of the Trinity, of the Incarnation, of the baptism, of the penitence, and of the Eucharist. That's what he did. He used their already existing hieroglyphics as Christian propaganda, as Catholic propaganda. So the very idea that these hieroglyphics did not exist before is fallacious. It's a con job by the fallacious Francois Charlatan. Even the children at that time were writing. And it was also written that the adults understood hieroglyphics already. So what did he do? He used their already create a system of hieroglyphics to create
Yeah,
Catholic
one more.
propaganda. Micmac is the oldest writing system in America north of Mexico. And what exactly does it resemble? They resemble Egyptian hieroglyphics. Now, don't you think it's just a coincidence that the French were the first to decipher the hieroglyphics and also the first to try to reteach and reappropriate hieroglyphics to the American Indians? Is it just a coincidence? Officers! So the French were the first to decipher hieroglyphics. They're also the first to reappropriate Micmac hieroglyphics. But you know, American Indians didn't even have a written language. So what are these? Once again, these charlatans have to say that it wasn't a writing system because then that kills their entire false narrative. If these people were using hieroglyphics, how can we say the Indians didn't have a writing system? It was so long ago, they don't know. We'll say the French Jesuits came in and actually taught them a language using hieroglyphics. And so then you have to enlist all of these charlatans, starting off with the Smithsonian Institution, to say that these people did not have a writing system, even though there are several recorded Catholic priests saying they had a writing system. See, if they would have known that they had rather than reappropriated, they would have never said it. It's not just Leclerc, there were other Catholic or French missionaries in this area who recorded that these people wrote hieroglyphics. And we're going to go back to Charles as well. Pierre Malliot, Catholic priest, in the winter of 1737, 1738, created a system of hieroglyphics that transcribe Micmac words. He used these symbols to write formulas for the principal prayers and the responses of the faithful. There is no direct evidence that Malliot was aware of the first words in the same field. They didn't even know each other. He had no idea. Malliot left numerous works in the language that continued in use among the Micmac in the 20th century. Once again, Malliot also reappropriated their hieroglyphics. But here, it clearly says on Charles as well, he created a system of hieroglyphics. Did he really? How did he create something that was already in use? We can see how close the Jesuits are to the book, but we know this already. So what about these hieroglyphics? Is there really any connection between Micmac and Egyptian?
Cha-ching!
Quote from America
Hey.
by Barry Fell. I've used this book a few times because it has the compelling artifacts that we're looking for. Although
Surprise,
I may not agree with
surprise.
everything Barry Fell says, I don't agree with a lot of what Barry Fell says. But the book in itself contains a wealth of ancient artifacts and discoveries.
Finders
in the
keepers.
Americas, specifically North America, that contradict the historical narrative and also have connections to ancient Egypt. Quoting from page 256, we see a few Micmac signs in comparison to ancient Egyptian. Some of them look similar, some of them don't look that similar, but we can tell they are similar writing styles. And we also must remember that many of these signs and symbols have been reappropriated by the Jesuits. Quote, some more examples of closely comparable Micmac ancient Egyptian hieroglyphics, the former all taken from the Micmac manuscript begun by the Abbe Maliard in 1738 and continued until his death.
Yo, Hawk, what's up? Word is someone high up at the Museum of Santo Eliso is dealing in stolen antiquities. A statue of Tlaloc, the rain god, is now en route to the museum.
And you want to return it to its rightful owner?
Sure. Something like that.
This is always, and this is just a position that many of these guys have, even the guys who don't necessarily believe the historical narrative.
The statue's riding on a truck. You need to make the grab before it gets to the museum.
The Egyptians came to America and visited America, left all their shit there, and moved back to Egypt. So basically, there's
Truck's on the move. We don't have a lot of time.
I'm coming up on the truck.
Statue's in a container on the back. It's fragile, so be careful.
So once again, the same argument that I made against their vacation theory, so to speak, where someone came here, had a good time, left a bunch of artifacts, and went back home.
Hurry, they're almost at the museum.
These Magara tribe of Algonquin Indians inhabiting Acadia, Eastern province of Canada, and they are closely related to various tribes of Maine, commonly called the Wabanaki. Reference to Schoolcraft framework. Oh yeah, that's right. Schoolcraft created this database of the Indians back in 1851. So he's actually part of the changing of face for the Indian. This was Indian propaganda. And he also worked with the artist, I believe, George Catlin, who's also a source of this new face Indian propaganda. Remember the definition.
I got the statue. On my way to the rendezvous.
So this publication came out in 1851. By then, many of these other populations had begun to resettle the tribal territories, intermarry, and in many cases have intermarried with Europeans in order to usurping land. But also, they're usurping the face of what indigenous American is through propaganda, like the project perpetuated by Schoolcraft and George Catlin. So they use the artists to create the face of the American Indian at a time when they had photography, so they could have just taken pictures. But they didn't. Continue. Reference to Schoolcraft's great work on the American Indian showed that he reported to Congress in 1851.
This rain god's a heavy fella.
Altogether unknown to them. You see what Schoolcraft did? Reading and writing are unknown to them. Schoolcraft was an American geographer, geologist at that time.
Take your time, bring it in nice and easy.
Studies of Native American cultures, as well as for his expedition in 1832 to the source of the Mississippi River.
Here's Tlaloc, safe and sound.
And they say it never rains in Santo Eliso.
Congress. So he was commissioned by Congress. Image of the American. Continuing America BC. Again, Schoolcraft reported that reading and writing were altogether unknown to them. So he is what? Perpetuating a fraud. A 6-volume collection. A 6-third collection of books. Reading and writing are altogether unknown to them. This data combined with a claim by 18th century French priest Pierre Maliard that he personally invented Micmac hieroglyphics seem to establish the reputed modernity of the writing system. And Maliard then studied Egyptian hieroglyphics in order to invent this Micmac
Oh, I
system.
got one more.
A check on these dates soon showed that this would be impossible. Of course it would.
2 more.
Maliard died in 1762.
Alright, that's
61 years
enough.
before Champollion
Take
published
a
his
break.
first decipherment of the
3
Egyptian
more.
hieroglyphics. Any resemblance between his system and that of the Egyptians would have to be due to pure chance. So I asked John to look for more complex examples of Micmac writing, if these could be located in the Widener Library or elsewhere. He soon came upon a copy of a 450-page book in Micmac hieroglyphics, the work of Father Maliard, containing much of the Catholic Order, the Mass, Catechism, a religious history, and translations of psalms and hymns. This was printed in Vienna during the years 1863 to 1866 to an original manuscript by Father Mallier. Indians at the time of the 1762. It proved to contain hundreds of different hieroglyphic signs, a considerable proportion of which are clearly derived from or even identical with ancient Egyptian hieroglyphics or their erratic equivalents. As it was now quite obvious, the Big Mac writing system is derived from ancient Egyptian. But how could this be? Surely Mallier could not have secretly deciphered the Egyptian language himself. Besides, he is not known to have ever traveled to Egypt or to have ever been in any activity beyond that of the devoted care of his Indian flock, who lovingly preserved his manuscripts for 120 years. So now we had the markings of another first-class mystery. At John's earnest request on my behalf, the librarians at Harvard began to make available to us all relevant books on the Micmac and Wabanaki Indians. From these, I now learned the truth of the matter. It turns out, on the evidence of Father Mallier's contemporaries as he tells us, that he did not really invent the writing system, but instead he borrowed and adapted a system of writing already in use among the Indians at the time when Cardinal Richelieu first dispatched French missionaries to work among the Canadian Indians. Continuing and jumping ahead to page 59, a quote from Father Vetromil, another Jesuit. Several Indians possessed in the time of the first French missions in their wigwams a kind of lock grip composed of stones and pieces of bark, and the medicine men had large manuscripts of these peculiar characters, which they read over the sick person. The Indians assert that these signs they could express the idea with every modification, just as we do with our writings. When the French missionaries arrived in this country, they made use of these signs as they found them in order to instruct the Indians. Fathers Mallier and Leloutre improved them. Fathers Mallier and Leloutre improved them, and others were added in order to express the doctrine and mysteries of the Christian religion. End quote. Father Vetromil also records that similar writing was employed by all the northern Algonquin tribes, the Micmac, the Wabanaki, and the Echemies of northern New England included. Continuing, he adds, I hope this kind of writing will not be suffered to be buried in silence amongst the ruins of time, but that the memory of this the scripture shall be transmitted to future ages to show the antiquity and education of the noble and gentle ill-fated Abenaki. Thanks to the resilience of the Indians of Acadia, the Micmacs in particular, and thanks to those actions taken by the French missionaries, Father Ventureville's wish has been fulfilled. It is now our task to investigate the probable manner in which Egyptian writing came to the northern Algonquin tribes. End quote.
You've joined something big here. This is a vibe.
Again, this is more evidence that the French missionary, aka Jesuits, actually colluded to say that they changed the language.
Other aerial photos to look at. For instance, just about every state in the United States had aerial photographs taken in the 1930s or early 1940s by the United States Department of Agriculture. They wanted to keep track of what farmers were doing, so they took aerial photographs. And we can see, here are the two circles associated with this one pretty clearly. What's sad is what's going on today on this landscape. So here in 1994, that's 20 years ago now, just about, there's where the earthquake should be, and you can see there are now houses in there. And in Ohio, because of have forgotten where they are. And in this case, the Department of Transportation is looking for other cars that might have been part of the intact.
As we transition from one ancient anomaly to another, it's crucial to take note of the French role of colonization that traversed through the St. Lawrence Seaway into the Great Lakes region. This region is significant, being the largest freshwater inland sea on the planet, a natural resource with a wealth of untapped potential.
Across. That's cool. Every state.